Hi everyone, it's Becky from the Monroe Township Library, and I've got good news. Summer is coming, which is my favorite time of year because of summer reading. But I'm not here to talk to you about your official summer reading list. I wanted to share with you some of my favorite just for fun books. You can download them through the library by using Overdrive eLibrary, RB Digital, and Hoopla. And I really want you to read anything. Audiobooks, graphic novels, even the back of a box of cereal counts, because you can earn a free donut. But first, I'm really excited to tell you about some books. The first one I'd like to share with you is Boo Boos That Changed the World by Barry Wittenstein. This is a true story that takes place right here in New Jersey. It's about an invention that nowadays we all take for granted, the BandAid. Our story starts 100 years ago in the 1920s with an accident-prone housewife named Josephine. Whether she was chopping onions or simmering soup, she'd slice or burn her fingers. Youch! Her husband Earl wanted a cleaner, less cumbersome way of bandaging her small cuts. Because Band-Aids didn't exist yet, they were using rags to wrap around her hands. So, Earl and Josephine got to work experimenting with gauze, cotton, and tape. After a few tries, they got it right. But even with his boss's approval, Earl's invention couldn't be called a success until they were given to a certain group of kids. Find out how they helped make Band-Aids known all over the world. This is an inspiring story about one person's creativity solving a common problem. The next story I like to share with you is called Nubs, the story of a mutt, a marine, and a miracle. This book is nonfiction. That means it's absolutely true. And one thing I like about nonfiction books is there's always pictures. Nubs was a tough dog growing up in the deserts of Iraq. He didn't have a lot of anything, hardly any food, hardly a home to call his own, and definitely no one to call a friend. That changed when Brian Dennis, a Marine in the Army, came there with his troops. For once, Nubs had a meal and someone to share it with. Nubs started hanging around with the soldiers, and things only got better for him. Finally, he had the start of a better life. But when the soldiers were relocated 70 miles away, Nubs was left all alone again. Just how far would he go to find his friends? Guys, I'm not going to spoil what happens next because it is truly remarkable. Just know this story has a happy ending. The next book is Night of the Twisters by Ivy Ruckman. One day when best friends, Dan and Arthur, are left home alone with Dan's little brother, the tornado sirens go off. Dan doesn't freak out. He's heard the siren before. But then the lights go out. The wind picks up. Dan's not taking any chances, so they all pile together in the basement with a blanket and a flashlight. When the twister touches down, it's right over their heads and rips the house right off the foundation. Luckily, Dan, Arthur, and baby Ryan survive. They clamber from the rubble, dazed. But now, they've got another problem. They've got to find their families, if they're still okay. But what they don't know is, this is only the beginning. Before the night is over, not one, but 7 tornadoes will hit their town. This story was inspired by true events. The town of Grand Island, Nebraska faced multiple tornadoes in a period of 24 hours. If you like a nail-biting survival story with a breakneck plot and lots of action, this is the book for you. The last one I'd like to share needs no introduction. If you've ever read a Judy Moody book, you know she's got a little brother, Stink. And Stink has his own series. It starts with this one, Stink the Incredible Shrinking Kid. Yep, Incredible Shrinking Kid, because Stink is the shortest kid in his class, and by Judy's measurements, he's not getting any taller, only shorter. Poor Stink, nothing's going right for him, until he gets some good news. He gets to take home the class pet, a lizard named Newton. He's super excited. He gets Newton's tank all set up at home, but then Judy's got to come in and mess things up. I think Newton needs a bath, says Judy. We'll give him one in the sink, but oops, he wiggled out of my hands. Don't worry, I could see him in the drain. I could get him out. I just need a little light. And she turns on the switch right by the sink. Now guys, that switch by the sink, it's not a light switch. It's for the garbage disposal. Oh no, says Stink. Judy, you've ground up the class pet. What am I going to do? Find out in this one, Stink the Incredible Shrinking Kid. Alright guys, thanks again for listening in. The Monroe Township Library will be having a summer reading club, and it's easy to join by signing up through the library's website. We've got some prizes lined up, including unlockable badges through Read Squared, and even a Dunkin' Donut coupon for that free donut. So don't forget, any reading you do over the summer counts once you sign up through the Monroe Township Library. Have a great day, everyone!